we've got the WWE Ultimate Edition Coliseum Collection Roddy Piper and George the Animal Steele 2-pack. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a good one. We've got a WWE Ultimate Edition Coliseum Collection Mattel Creation exclusive Roddy Piper George the Animal Steele 2-pack. When I previously opened the Hulk Hogan and Terry Funk 2-pack, also I've opened the Ravishing Rick Rude Jake the Snake Roberts 2-pack. So this is my third installment of this Coliseum collection. One of my all-time favorites. If you watch this channel regularly, you'll know that Roddy Piper is right up there at the top of the list for me. One of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. The greatest heel ever, in my own opinion. And then for a bonus, we get George the Animal Steele, who was also a great worker and had a lot of great matches. And he was way back into the early 70s, all the way up into the 90s. So he had a really good long career. Let's check out this box. Now, this is the outer box here. And this the first side here, we've got George the Animal Steele, and he's eating up that ring pad right there, tearing it up. He always used to do that. When I was a kid, I got a big kick out of it, him eating that. Mine. Got the WWE logo down here. And on this side, it says WWE Ultimate Edition. And over here, we've got Roddy Piper, got the microphone, hand in the air, got the kilt on. Says Ultimate Edition down here. Got your Mattel logo right there. And up here, one of the great lines in professional wrestling. Just when they think they got the answers, I changed the question. Yep. That's pretty awesome. And then over here, we got both of them on this side. And on the very bottom, you have to look for it to find it, but you got George Steele's big quote there. Mine. That's what he used to do, mine. And he had that little stuffed animals. I don't know if you remember that or not. But yeah, great packaging. And this is just the beginning of the packaging. So we will set it right here. And there is a little tape on here. So we do have to cut this tape. Be very careful. I really love the packaging on these Coliseum collections. And I really liked the Rick Rude, Jake the Snake Roberts one. I don't know if I liked it more than the Hulk Hogan, but man, it was good. So here we go. We're getting ready. I'll let you see what it looks like when we open it up. Bam. There should be something said right there. Yep, Roddy Piper versus George the Animal Steele. Right there. Open it the rest of the way up. Turn it over. And there you have the rowdy one, the icon, Roddy Piper. So that is great. And then we get a slip sheet in here. Coliseum collection, it says. We pull that out. WWE logos on the back, lots of them. That could be a great backdrop, or that could be a great backdrop. Looks like they're doing a promo back right there. Set that to the side. And of course, then you have George the Animal Steele. Yes. So there's our two wrestlers. And in here, we have, move him down a little bit. Look at this. You got mine right here, and in there, time to pay the piper. I don't know if you can see that in there or not. Looks pretty good. I mean, outstanding packaging. They go all out on it. We'll put this slip sheet in there. And here they are. George Steele, Roddy Piper. Which one do I open first? I think I'm going to go with George the Animal Steele. We'll save Piper for Later, set him to the side and focus on George the Animal Steele. Now, I remember big time was Macho Man and George the Animal Steele. As a matter of fact, I don't even remember Roddy Piper and George the Animal Steele having a match. I'm not saying they didn't, but I sure don't remember it. But I do remember George Steele on Piper's Pit. I remember that, but I don't remember him having a wrestling match. But yeah. So George the Animal Steele, long-time heel, and then when I was a kid, when I knew him as a wrestler, he was a good guy. He was a baby face. But here it is. Check out the packaging. Coliseum collection up there. WWE logo. Great picture of George Steele right there. Really good. Got the big, awesome window box like we've seen on all these Coliseum collection. George the Animal Steele down there. Accessories there. Accessories there. You do see that Ultimate Edition logo right there. And that's about it on that. On the back side, we got a file card. Awesome file card. We have Ultimate Edition WWE logo. We have the cross cell. We have Jake Roberts, Rick Rude, Hulk Hogan, Terry Funk, and then the two that we have. And accessories include Rip Turnbuckle, Mind Doll, swappable heads, swappable hands, soft goods shirt. So all that as accessories. And we have, it says here, Twist 'em, Turn 'em, Battle 'em, the Ultimate Collection. And a little saying up here, I guess I can read this. It's the ultimate WWE action figure that you have always wanted, featuring advanced articulation and multiple swappable parts. Ultimate Edition figures allow you to capture memorable superstar moments, recreate authentic entrance poses, epic mid-match comebacks, and signature finishing moves in ultimate realistic detail with WWE Ultimate Edition figures. Our file card says Coliseum Collection, George the Animal Steele. George the Animal Steele is a wild, beast-like man of few words and is famous for tearing open turnbuckle pads with his teeth. Steele, who is immensely strong and dangerous, can at times have a heart of gold. It is this unpredictable behavior that makes him one of the most feared men in WWE. So yeah, long time fan of George Animal Steele. Was never my favorite by any means, but man, really did appreciate all those matches that he put in. Now this is what I really love, and I wish more companies, and even Mattel, I wish they would do more of this. But yeah, slides right off. Ain't that beautiful? And there is your card back. And that will be able to get your figure out without destroying your packaging. So we will set that to the side. And now George Steele in his plastic coffin comes right out. There he is. Set him right there. And then our accessories are right here. So that's that, empty. Set that to the side. We will look at the accessories first. So this always reminds me of a jewelry box. Open this baby up. And there you go. Check that out. There's all your accessories. Looks awesome. So we will talk about first our hands, our extra hands. So our extra hands are a right and a left open hand. So you can slap or shake hands or do a claw move, whatever you want to do with him there. Open hands. Next, we have a right and a left gripping hands. Right and left gripping hands. So 2 sets of extra hands. And then we get the Mind Doll. Mine. He used to carry that thing around and love on it. Funny stuff. Like his little stuffed animal. And it has a little bit of articulation. The arms do go all the way around. That's it. But at least there is some articulation. So we get the Mind Doll. And then we get extra heads here. And these look really good. Now, George Steele was a bald-headed man like me. That's it for that first layer of accessories. There is a second layer. He's a bald man like me, but he has a green tongue. Here he's got a tongue sticking out just a little bit. And then this one, he's got his mouth open, and you can see that green tongue. Kind of eyebrows are a little more intense on the one where his tongue's sticking out. So we'll look at those a little closer in a little bit. Then we have a soft goods shirt, and it is Velcroed on the back. Nothing on it, but this is what he wore, 100%. That's what he had on. Just a black shirt with red trim. And then we get this baby right here. I've never seen an accessory like this. This is really, really cool. And it is folded up in this paper. We'll pull it out, and it is a turnbuckle pad. Look at that. And it is complete with stuffing that you'll be able to pull out if you want. Check that out. How awesome is that? So really good. And I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like you may be able to put this on your ring. Maybe. But yeah, turnbuckle pad with stuffing. So that is it on the accessories. So we'll set this to the side. And we'll set all the accessories right here. And now it is time to resurrect George the Animal Steele out of his plastic coffin. And looking right now, I can see he is tied in at the wrists and at the ankles. So, get my scissors. And I think I've got them all. I believe that's it. So we'll grab a foot and resurrect George Steele. There's his plastic coffin, and that is it. Get our ties out of here. And let's step through articulation real quick. Real quick. Head looks up pretty good. Doesn't look down all that much. And his head is pretty loose, I will say. It's unfortunate it's that loose, but I'm not going to complain too much. We have shoulders that go all the way around. We have double butterfly shoulders. We have an upper arm cut goes all the way around. Double jointed, pinless elbows. This back one is a little bit tight. There we go. Got it broke free. We got wrists that go up and down, not side to side. We got a great looking ab. I love this ab crunch right here. That's my favorite ab crunch, I think, on action figures. And waist goes all the way around. No hula hoop waist. That's one thing that I think these Mattel Creations WWE Ultimate figures should have, is a hula hoop waist. We have an upper thigh cut. Huge splits. Let's see. Do we have straddles? We have huge straddles. Drop down hips. Absolutely drop down hips. We have double jointed pinned knees. We have an upper boot cut. We have ankle articulation, and we even have toe articulation going down. And you better believe George the Animal Steele can pirouette. Do, 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 do. Yes, George Steele can pirouette. Now let's talk about it. This is actually really, really good. Now the face sculpt, I don't know. I'm not feeling this face sculpt. He looks more like that guy that started that satanic cult or whatever it was. If you look at that face, you might be able to tell me. I can't remember his name right now. Mr. Crowley or something like that. I don't remember the name. But yeah, that's who it looks like to me, not George Steele. But his tongue is sticking out. Bald head, eyebrows. But there's just something that I don't like about this head sculpt. Yeah. hair all over him, just like in real life. It's almost like airbrushed hair. It looks good, real good. It looks better than usually they just put a couple squiggly lines, it looks like, with a paintbrush when they make chest hair. But this one actually looks like it's done really, really good. So no shirt on him right now. Black pants, red stripe down the side, red boots, white laces, a black and white sole. There's like a black pinstripe and then the white sole on the boots. That looks super good. His hands are, I don't know, kind of looks like that. Whatever that is, not sure. I think that's a hand gesture that he used to use, I would say. Now let's take this one off and try one of these other ones. Now this one, to me, yeah, that looks more like George Steele right there. That definitely looks more like George Animal Steele. Not 100%, but a little bit. A little bit better than the one with the tongue all the way out. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch another match of George Animal Steele. But yeah, I like this one better. He always had like a worried look on his face. Not a mean look, not a scowl usually. It was like a worried. And then we have this hollering face sculpt. This one's even better than the one with the tongue out, I believe. This is probably my second favorite head sculpt. The one that came on the figure is probably my least favorite. All the heads are fairly loose. I mean, it's bobbling around like that. Wish they could stiffen that up a little bit, but I love the ab, absolutely love the ab crunch. I love the drop down hips. Really, really nice. Now let's put a gripping hand on him. And he can start tearing at this buckle here. He used to put it in his mouth, the stuffing in his mouth and stuff. And then he's got mine. He can hold mine. Let's see how this works out. And again, I really don't remember him and Roddy Piper wrestling. I even looked it up on YouTube. Couldn't find anything. I found a lot of matches with... tons of matches with George Steele. Never one with Piper, although I did find one where he was on Piper's pit. And he was talking about Miss Elizabeth and his match with the Macho Man. But yeah, all in all, really good figure. I would like to get this shirt on. See how this looks. And it is a Velcro shirt, like I mentioned. So they're really easy to get on. But sometimes they're a little bit too loose. And this one, I think, it's going to be pretty good. Soft, good shirt. Yeah, that looks not bad. It is still a little loose. I have seen, you know, come to mention, I mentioned that I had 3 of these Coliseum collections. I actually have 4. I just popped in my head because Superstar Billy Graham and that Harley Race and Muhammad Ali and Gorilla Monsoon, I also have that. So that is my 4th Coliseum collection. Now that Superstar Billy Graham had a pullover shirt made out of really, really elastic material. And I wish that this one was like that. I mean, it was hard to get on there, but you could get it on, and it never felt like it was going to rip when you're pulling it on. But man, it fit that Superstar Billy Graham so well. And that's what I think this figure right here could have benefited from, that, because that's just a little bit too loose. His shirt was super tight, just like it fit like some tights would fit. Really, really snug and tight. But that is George the Animal Steele. I'm going to slide him over here. And now we're going to talk about the man, Roddy Piper. Let's check out this packaging. Great drawing of Hot Rod right there. We got WWE logo, Coliseum collection here. Roddy Piper there. The signs on this, it says time to pay the Piper and Hot Rod. Nothing on the bottom. on the back. Ultimate Edition. Accessories include kilt, soft goods shirt, microphone, swappable head, swappable hands. Same thing written up here. Don't need to read that again. You got your Ultimate Edition logo, your WWE logo, Twist 'em, Turn 'em, Battle 'em, the Ultimate Collection. Figures sold separately. And here's our cross sell again. It's the same one. I have all of these right here now. And let's see. His file card says, Coliseum Collection, Roddy Piper. Hot Rod does not take kindly to jokes about his kilt. In fact, Piper does not take kindly to anyone. He is the most vicious, treacherous man in the history of WWE. His nasty jokes and mocking laughter fool no one in the WWE universe. Beware the Scotsman as he battles the best. And absolutely battle the best. My all-time favorite heel. He is number 3 or 4 on my all-time greatest list. I got Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, and then I have a battle between the Iron Sheik and Roddy Piper. Some days I like Piper better, and some days I wake up and I think, you know what? I think I like the Iron Sheik better. But all 4 of those are my 4 favorite wrestlers of all time. Let's pull his card back here. I love this. I absolutely love that. And we'll set that to the side. There's that, if you want to see that. And we'll pull him out. Set him right there. And then we'll get his accessories out. Set it right there. And set that to the side. All right. Let's walk through his accessories first. And here's our jewelry box, as I like to call it. There you go. How's that look? All right. And this is just one layer here. He don't have 2 layers of accessories. So we'll pull out this plastic right here. Set that to the side. We'll look at his hands first. So he has a right and left kind of handshaking or a slapping hand. But I would say a handshaking hand. We'll set his on this side so we don't get them mixed up with George Steele. And then, of course, his second round of hands, we have a right and left pointer finger. Oh yeah, Roddy Piper liked to point out people. Or tell you that he's number 1. Set them to the side. And then we have gripping hands. A right and left gripping hand. So 3 sets of hands, extra hands for Piper. I'm going to look at the colors on these. Could you get these mixed up? Absolutely. They're about the same color. This is George Steele's. This is Roddy Piper. So really close in complexion. So you could swap out all these hands with each other if you absolutely wanted. And then we get the WWE microphone, and I love how it's got the old school W on there. So that's nice. Then we get 2 extra heads. We get a smirking Roddy Piper there. And we get a yelling Roddy Piper there. And that is going to be it for accessories. He is out. I will put these back in there. And here is Piper in his plastic coffin. So let's get him cut out. Turn him over. Cut these ties. Alright. Resurrect Roddy Piper. Here's your empty coffin. Set that to the side. Get these ties out of here. And here he is. I'm going to go ahead and get all his stuff off, because I always like to go through articulation first. Kilt off, and his shirt is the same as Steele's. It is a Velcro shirt. All right. Here we go. I love this hot rod right here. I can already tell. Let's go through articulation. Head, don't look up too good. Don't look down too good. Left, right. His head is a lot. Maybe it ain't a lot more. It's a little bit tighter joints than George Steele's, but not much. They need to work on that a little bit. Shoulders go all the way around. Double butterfly shoulder in there. You can see it. See it working right here. We have upper arm cut. We have double jointed, pinless elbows. One of these, that back joint is very tight. There we go. Got it bent. We have wrists that go up and down, not back and forth, up and down only. There's that great ab crunch I like. I love that ab crunch. I guess that's the Ultimate Edition ab crunch. We have waist that goes all the way around. No hula hoop waist, unfortunately. We have upper thigh cut, double jointed pin knees, upper boot cut, ankle articulation, and again, toe articulation. And of course, Hot Rod, being one of the greatest of all time, he can pirouette. All right, let's talk about the Hot Rod. Roddy Piper. I'm digging this right out of the chute. This is my favorite out of this pack right here. I can tell. Really like this. His face sculpt. He's got this kind of evil, conniving expression on this face. That great hairdo. I think they could improve face sculpt on Roddy Piper a little bit, actually, but it's not bad. It's probably the best one I've seen so far, but yeah, I like it. And this is early 80s Piper, man. And very basic gear these guys wore back in. Blue shorts, blue knee pads, white and blue socks, and these red wrestling boots with white laces. He's got the RP on those boots. He does have painted on wristbands. Be nice if those was sculpted on, or if you could remove them. But yeah, Roddy Piper, I like this a lot. It's not overly jacked up. He's not shredded, and Piper never was shredded, but big guy. Man, I like this. This is awesome. He comes with fists. Did I mention that? Out of the package, he has fists. So we can go ahead and put one of these right-handed pointy fingers on here, because he's going to be pointing to our man, George Steele, and saying, you are an idiot. That's what he would say. Take this head sculpt off and look at one of these other ones. Now, this is the smiling one. This is the one where he just told you that you're stupid. And then he looks at you like that. Absolutely. After he tells him he's stupid, that's how he looks at him. Which one do I like better? I think I like the conniving one, the one that came on better. Now, let's check out the yelling one, the yelling Piper, because he's always yelling at people. Yeah, that's a good one too. I still think my favorite is going to be this evil looking smirk head sculpt. But yeah, the yelling one, you got to have that in there where he's yelling. But yeah, super good, super good. I like it. I hate the ankles. I have heard that they're going to be redoing these ankles. And man, do they ever need to do that. That just looks awful. I don't know if that's showing up in there, but it's just awful. Now, let's see. We took the kilt off, so let's try to get this kilt back on. All right, kilt on, then you got to get the belt. And I do like this belt. This belt actually has a buckle, and it actually buckles. So that's pretty nice. I cannot remember if our Monday Night Wars Ultimate Piper's belt was the same way. And then we get this Hot Rod shirt. I wish they would have put the red trim around the collar and the cuffs. I think they missed that. Check that out. Now I think I should take this kilt back off because I think the kilt should go. I think he tucks this shirt in. So shirt on first. Note to self, shirt on first. Kilt second. That belt does buckle pretty easy. Just snaps right on there. And there you go. There's Hot Rod. Now he's ready to do a promo. So we got the pointy hand. Let's get a gripping hand because you know daggone good and well, we have to get this microphone in his hand. That's what Roddy Piper likes to do. He likes to talk. One of the greatest men on the mic. So he's yelling and he's pointing and he's giving George Steele the business. I think George Steele don't know where to crap or wind his watch here. He don't know what's going on. All he knows is he's getting yelled at, laughed at, called stupid, and I think he just might grab him and slam him. George Steele going crazy. All right, done playing here for a second. Now, I would like to get out some comparison figures here. And our first figure I want to pull out is, well, it's going to be for George Steele. Now, I have seen a match on YouTube where George Steele did take on this guy. And this guy took on a lot of people. Now, this is not a Mattel. I believe this is a Jakks Pacific figure. It is Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter. Now, I got this just as a loose figure at my local toy store, and the articulation is awful. There is no splits. That's all the straddles he's got. So pretty awesome. But I think he is going to stand up really well to these guys. I think he may be a little too short, but look at the size comparison. I think that is pretty good. Now, it's not a very good figure, but man, to have Kamala and George Steele both, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe I'm trying to build this up like it's going to work better. I wish I had my Bruno Sammartino or something out here for George Steele to take on, but yeah, that Kamala, it's no good. Let's get rid of that. Slide him to the side and bring Piper back, because I have to compare is the Monday Night Wars Ultimate Roddy Piper. Now, this is way later in his career, so of course the head sculpts are going to be better, but I think everything is the same. Same bodies. Of course, the kilt's different. The belt is exactly the same like I thought. The boots are different. Black boots here, the red boots here. And pretty much knee pads are exactly the same. So really the same exact figure, except different head sculpts and different hands, little different accessories. So yeah, awesome. Now I have two Roddy Pipers, building that collection up, feeling good about it. But now we've got one more. We've got one more, and it is Hollywood Hogan. Here he is, the greatest of all time. And that height comparison is probably pretty good. I think maybe Hogan should be a little bit bigger. Yeah, they're about the same size. Let's take that off. They might have been pretty close to height. I think Hogan was a little bit taller, so I think they could have got him a little bit bigger. George Steele and Hogan. Hogan's a lot bigger than him. But yeah, getting this Ultimate collection built out, I'm loving it. Loving it. I really like this Coliseum collection. It is going so good. I still need to get the Heart Foundation. They have released them, so I need to get on MattelCreations.com and get that. If you do not have this, get on MattelCreations.com. get it. I think it's $74, $75. You get 2 figures, all those accessories. Really looking good. Really looking good. So that's going to be it. Until next time. Oh, yeah.